NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he'll get this to the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now it's Herbert. That's complete. It's Loud McConkey. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. And gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. He's got room at the 30. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Wilson now off the bootleg. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He had 2 catches in the wild card game, and he's matched that total in the first quarter here in this one. And a first down as well.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. They run straight ahead here with White. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Charger 16. Just 1 catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down and at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7. They'll run here with a rookie. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Mayer, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they followed them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game. And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, that'll be incomplete. But he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around him.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henry. 20, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain.
Here's one deep for Pickens. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. George Pickens, 68 yards. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. They keep it on the ground. White again. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his target. That's complete. He's across midfield. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Raiders are going to get a new set of downs. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now Wilson. Over the middle, he's got Myers. Just a gain of a couple there. And it brings up 35 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Wilson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's White. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Once again, it's White. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Here's Herbert. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert throwing again. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Lad McConkey, as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Wilson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground, shedding through the defense. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far to the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And they find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing is Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Henley. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Extra point try now from Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Wilson. Completes it to Perry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2.
Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Going right side is White, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Carlson able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
Well, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. That is caught by Washington. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 33 yards that time.
Another big play right there. And this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st down, they go back to Pacheco. And a safety, Trayvon Merrick, up to make the play defensively.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Final minute now of the third quarter. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Darnell Washington. A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Now it's Wilson.
He'll leave this one for White.
Oh, and now some space to operate. Boom! Still fighting through tackles.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. To throw again is Wilson.
That's caught by Tucker.
Dances by him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Wilson sliding out of the... And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers from 4 yards out.
And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Raiders 24.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Complete to Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins from 17 yards out. And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it.